So today is September 7th. It is picture day at school. I wore my mom's little beanshaw here because I wanted her to be in my picture, but also just because it's a way to kind of stand out without like standing out. I don't know how to explain it. So, of course, I was fussing over my babies, making sure they looked good, giving them, options if they wanted to look in the phone to see what they looked like, and they're like, "No, I'm fine," and I love that. Um, but there's the photo orders that go home, and in this photo order, you can send home like magnetics, like a magnet with the picture of the photo on it, right? So I was thinking, how many photo magnets would I like to get? Now, this is what I would like to get, not what I'm actually getting, right? So I went down the list. I was like, okay, well, obviously one for my dad, right? My dad and my bonus mom. One for my sister, one for my best friend and her girlfriend, one for my best friend and my pup, right? And one for my mom, and and I stopped. Yeah. I had to do a square breath um, for a good 45 seconds. And thankfully, the kids were already in the middle of a pair share, right? Where like they were at least working together uh, they were working together on writing down a summary of Esther chapters 6 and 7, right? And I cried. I cried like 10 tears. But I had to fight to do 10 tears because I was going to wail at least three small wails, but it was going to be more than just a quiet sob, right? So I had to fight that big cry, and I had to breathe. The first 3 rounds was just acknowledging how big and how shocking that little idea was. And it was so dark and nebulous and sticky and tangled. In therapy a couple of years ago, um, I likened my thoughts to my hair, which was longer. And sometimes, and like, my hair can be very nice and very nice and very nice and very manageable and very nice, right? But sometimes my hair can become a mess, a tangled, matted, crinkly, crackled, damaged, unruly mess if I let it get that far. So imagine like tendrils of my hair just in a big, dense mat, but at the same time so nebulous and moving that it's like imagine a mat in water form. I don't know how else to explain it, but it makes sense to me. Um, so during those first 3 rounds, I visualized myself just holding the mat together. Because if it's all over the place, I'm overwhelmed. I can't do anything with you, right? So just gathering it together into one place and just holding it and feeling it ripple through and push and pull and want to be something else. Want to be out in the world and just wild how it was, or Please fix me. Please. Then the next 2 rounds, I imagined myself putting like pink lotion and conditioner and trying to calm my hair down. And then the next round was imagining me starting from the bottom of my hair and detangling it slowly and slowly until you get to the root, right? This process is, depending how bad your mat is, it can take forever. But I've been through these mats before emotionally. So just teasing through. My mother loved photos. I have a stack of my mother's photos from my childhood and her childhood in a unit back in California. So she loved photos, and I love taking photos. And kind of just working through that, she's not going to get any more photos of me. She's not going to be getting any more photos of my son. She won't be in any more photos. And just crooning to myself softly, teasing through those. And then in the next round, after everything is conditioned, after everything is teased through and untangled, it's still not, it's more managed, but it's still not in a way that can be presented easily, long lasting. If you see me with a wash and go, my hair is super curly and it's pretty on day 1. Day 2, one side looks a little bit smashed. Day 3, and I already try to refresh it. Day 3 is kind of the same. And probably by day 4, I've done another wash and go if I haven't already done it by day 3, right? But if you've seen me with my braids in my hair, like my little 3-strand braids, or my favorite, my twists, that just kind of go around each other like a barbershop style. You know, like the little barbershop things that go, right? So like the hair that just kind of twists around each other. But I needed this one to be a 3-strand braid because I need to be able to lay this one to rest for just a little bit longer. At least until next picture day, or the next time I take a picture I want to send to my mom. So the last round of breathing, remember, I only did this for about 45 seconds of breathing, and all this is running through my head. The last round of breathing, I braided my thoughts, gently crooning, understanding, acknowledging, and saying it's okay to mourn. I'm not going to hide you. I'm not going to cut you off. I'm going to let you grow, but let's do it in a way that's healthier than being a matted, crinkled, damaged mess. It's okay to be that mess, but it's also okay to take piece by piece my grief as it comes and make it more manageable. I thank God that I was able to access that therapy. And I thank God that I still have those tools to use. Love you guys.